he already landed in controversy. What really went down at the airport? And was the president late picking him up? Plus, Modern Family's Sofia Vergara and Blackish star Anthony Anderson. It all starts now on The View with Whoopi, Michelle Collins, Joy Behar, Raven Simone, and Paula Ferris. Now, let's get things started.
To The View, y'all. Welcome to The View, y'all. Michelle is off today. She's observing Yom Kippur and joining us as guest co-host for our Style Love, because we love her. She's our style contributor, the fabulous Stacey London. Hello, baby. I love this dress. Is fantastic.
Thank you. You know what? It looks very 1940s, don't you think?
Right.
But it's actually present day. It's a Swedish designer called And Other Stories. Very moderately priced, and I just think it looks so pretty.
And the back is amazing.
Okay, all right. Let me
Hands up, turn around.
Peekaboo bag.
And I love you were saying earlier, you're not supposed to wear black, but come on, black feels so
What
great.
do you mean? She's
Why
not
not
supposed to wear
No,
black?
it's just, you know, like a lot of times I think that color looks so beautiful on TV, and if you're going to wear black, right, you got to do it right.
I do
Black
it right.
is right all the
Yeah, you...
I carry black.
That's right, too.
Okay? So I'm black all over right now. Anyway, speaking of black all over, Pope Francis arrived in Washington yesterday to a rock star's greeting and one historic meeting with President Obama that was not without some controversy. Of course. It's kind of crazy.
Right.
I mean, people were upset that they felt that Obama wasn't giving him his due. They felt Obama was late. But you happen to know something that most people don't.
I know everyone's going to be surprised, but every now and then the media takes some bad information and runs with it. But one of our correspondents was on the plane with the Pope. He's traveling, and he says this is categorically false. What had happened was the plane arrived. What happened? Classic line right there. What happened? The plane arrived 30 minutes early. So they were circling for a while. Then they had to land, and then they had to wait for the photographers to set up. So it's totally false. The president was not disrespecting.
They still blame him. The man could
It's American politics.
cancer, find a cure for psoriasis, end the Mideast crisis, find world peace, and they would still go after this guy.
He's late. He's 2 minutes late.
Yes, I know.
He's the president of the United States. They have Secret Service. It takes Mariah and Kanye, those celebrities, a long time to show up to something, too. I mean, it's just how it is when you have a lot of
But he
people
wasn't late.
and a lot of things.
He wasn't late.
Why do you want to stir this stuff up? Why? He just got here. Let the president and the Pope hang out. Give him a few minutes.
Right. We love
But we gotta go right in there and start stirring it up.
You know, the
American
Pope
politics.
he doesn't care.
He doesn't.
You know, he's him, right? He's doing him. What did he drive off in yesterday?
A Fiat.
Okay? With the window down. Okay? He was like, yeah, no, I'm cool to be here. You know, let me move my hat.
Let me tell you what I don't like about the situation of the Pope coming into the city of New York now that I live here. Traffic, Joy.
I know.
Traffic.
Welcome to the world of New York City.
No, don't you think it's all worth it? This is his first trip to the United States. It's all worth it.
You already have blockades by Central Park. The messing of all of the main arteries are already messed up. Then the World Trade Center, and to get to school in East Harlem is going to be difficult. There's a Central Park. Listen here.
The United Nations is coming too, and they ruin traffic.
Okay, good. Stay in one area. Don't block off the whole city. I got to get places.
But you know what? Listen, even the rest are going to have...
They don't care.
Yeah.
Okay?
Pope, you care about a lot of new things.
Pope is not doing it. The Pope is not doing this. The city of New York is cordoning off these streets. And let me tell you, it's a bitch to get around the city no matter what. Part of it, thank you, Mayor de Blasio, you know, you can't get around if you're trying to get to a Broadway.
A lot of bike lanes.
You know, bike lanes are nice. You don't need 150 of them. In one street.
It's not
There's not going to be any seamless, and Amazon is going to have a problem. All right? I pay a lot for my Prime.
Then don't buy anything this week.
I'm going to have an
shoot.
Today is a good day for Amazon Prime. There's a special thing happening with Amazon Prime today. I saw it yesterday on the news. There's some anniversary with Amazon, and today they're doing something special. You should check it out.
Let's look it up. We'll look it up right now.
Well, you look it up while I go on. Donald Trump has been feuding, apparently, with Fox News lately, and he just called out one of their biggest guns, Bill O'Reilly. Trump tweeted him asking, why don't you have some knowledgeable talking heads on your show for a change instead of the same old Trump haters? Boring. So...
You know, Whoopi, it pains me to see these two egomaniacs not getting along. It hurts my feelings.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you and Bill actually have something in common now, don't you?
Bill O'Reilly and I?
Do
Which
you?
is what?
I don't know, but maybe you're...
I have nothing in common.
Nothing in common still? Nothing? I think it's interesting, too, because Fox News, you know, does have a reputation for being a Republican mouthpiece, and now they're going at it with the leading Republican candidate. That's what I find.
Leading Republican candidate, you know, I mean, we have to use that word loosely.
Yeah.
Because I still think that, you know, he is calling attention. Frank Rich said this. I mean, he is calling attention to the media circus that is surrounding politics. And whether or not that actually helps or hinders us is, you know, yet to be seen. But at least it's calling attention to the fact that we're not getting to the politics. We're just talking about the circus.
He says things like it's educating people to the fact, for example, that if you pay off a politician, he will vote in your favor. I mean, people should know that. It's all it's a game.
Why do they think people don't know that? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But you see that
I just jumped on her.
So that poor people have no say, is my point.
Look, this is what Trump retweeted as well. Do what most of us are doing. Turn off Fox News. There is a major boycotting going on with them anyway. Problem solved. I'm boycotting you, Trump. I'm so tired of talking about him. It's ridiculous.
Oh, no.
Come
on, he's the gift that keeps on giving. There's no end to the fun of this.
You have to admit, we're giving in to the same circus as everybody else is on TV. We talk about him every day, and we're continuously bashing him.
He's not going to be the president. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Let's talk about somebody who should be the president, like Hillary.
Yeah, but Hillary gets bashed plenty.
That was a tepid applause there.
No, it's because they can vote whoever they want to. I know who I like right now. That's my own person.
That's what she likes.
Yeah, but like Bernie and Hillary, because I think that they cater to what I think about all the time. I like the guys.
Well, go ahead. You were getting ready to say something.
Well, I was just going to say, you don't think that sort of lighting a fire under the political system, the election system, the way we have it now, regardless of who's doing it, you don't think it matters that that's what he's doing?
Well, no, because listen, this happens every 4 to 8 years. The last time it happened, everybody was freaking out because Sarah Palin was leading. Then Michelle Bachmann was leading. Everybody said, I'm leaving the country if that bitch.
Yeah. I was on that train. I was on that train.
This circus has been going on. It goes on all the time.
Every time.
And people keep saying, you know, we're not getting to the issues, we're not getting to the issues. And then when a clown comes along or the game show comes along, people just want to play in it. You know, so
it will matter. It's fun. It's not boring.
To me, it's just repetitive, Joy.
Yeah.
It's just
But it's our responsibility to bring those issues too, as well. So it's part of it's on us.
Yes, part of it is on us. And what you do in the voting booth, make sure everybody registered it. If you're not registered, please go and register, because a lot of people spend a lot of time in this country trying to get the right to vote, whether you're a woman or you're a black person,
if you don't vote.
or you know, people busted their butts so that we could vote. So please, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, and talking about Hillary is about to get a big social media boost from a new tech company who's offering the Hillmoji. For free.
I love this.
Now you think young voters? Yes, it's free.
It's free.
I'm downloading it
Can I just say, what did they say they wanted her to look like? She had a sense of humor and to look lighter. She has pink lipstick. She has in one, what is that, a scrunchie for your hair? I almost said squeegee.
She kind of looks...
There's one where she has a scrunchie for the hair, but her hair is longer.
She kind of looks like the wife on American Dad.
Yes, she does.
Just a little bit.
Yes,
but
The emoji has more emotion than Hillary actually has? Is that what you're saying?
But look, she's smiling in all of these, is she not?
I don't know, guys.
She's smiling.
I'm not so happy with the style, frankly. I feel like they could have done better with the hair and the clothing.
Well, I should ask you about this then, because I got my own damn emoji.
Oh, yeah. What emoji?
Where is it?
There you go.
I got one too. You know I got one too, right?
I know you got one.
You got a good one.
Let's see how.
Yeah, can you show mine?
Let's see them. Let's show everybody some emoji. Yeah, there you go. Who is the little black child at the bottom?
The one on the bottom?
Is that? Oh, that's you.
That's Raven.
That I love. I love that you're dropping the mic.
The best part about that emoji for
looks
me...
like it has like a very bad hair day. Go ahead.
My favorite part about, this is a very egotistical statement, that emoji about me is that I can send it to people, and people are like, really, you went there? You sent yourself? Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
I like it, you know. We're going to send ourselves to ourselves, because that's how deep we are. But then we're going to go and come right back, because we have more hot topics.
Is Snoop Dogg trying to be the new Martha Stewart with a big twist? His new website about living the high life next.
Everybody, why today is a big day for you?
Today is a big day. It's my husband's and my anniversary, 15 years together. We got married. Yes, we got married when we were 12, everyone. But I tell Raven all the time how incompetent I am when it comes to social media, and a classic fail today. I posted that photo on Instagram, and I said, happy anniversary, honey. We didn't think we would make it past 5 years, and here we are. I put his handle on there, but I put the wrong one. So I tagged the wrong guy. Not that way, but I tagged the wrong guy, and I didn't even know it until one of the producers came up. She's like, is this your husband? And I said, oh no, that's somebody else. And then I looked through the feed, and I guess everybody was commenting. How does your husband feel about being associated with you putting the wrong guy up there? So classic fail.
Did you see the guy who you tagged?
I did. He was actually kind of cute. Yeah, but not as good as my guy.
But what's the lesson here? Like, love the one you tag instead of the one you're with?
Yes. The lesson here is try not to do 1,000 things at once, because you're going to screw it up.
Or how about a Hallmark card and just keep it between the two of you?
I like that. I like that.
It's simpler. Hey, so do you remember this photo that went viral of a monkey who took a selfie after a wildlife photographer left his camera behind? Okay, remember this?
This is so
That is a smart monkey.
It is a smart. So Peter is suing on behalf of that monkey, claiming the monkey owns the photo and has the right to make money off of it.
What's the monkey going to do with that money?
Well,
that's what I want to know.
Take more selfies.
You know what?
Upgrade his phone.
Go ahead.
Where is the monkey located? Is he in a wildlife park? Is he in a sanctuary?
I don't know where the monkey is. Let me call his lawyer and find out.
You know, it just shows you something. Even this ugly monkey thinks he looks good enough to take a selfie.
But here's the thing.
You know,
he looks good to another monkey.
We're back with Sofia Vergara, and we're about to play a game of charades with a TV twist. We're calling it Charades. Get it? But first, let's meet our opponent, the star of Blackish, Anthony Anderson. So we got to get through this. Here we go. Here's how we're going to work, right? Okay. Sofia and Anthony are going to take turns selecting clues.
Sofia, you are going down! You are going down! Keep talking, Raven.
Yeah, because Americans love all these games, and I never know how to play these American games.
They get 30 seconds. They get 30 seconds to act out the TV show title that's on the card. No talking and no making sounds. The first person to get 4 correct guesses from the ladies of The View, us, wins. Sofia and Anthony, are you ready?
Hey, ladies in orange. Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Sofia, you're up first. Let's start. This is your scorecard. You ready?
Okay, I take it from here?
Yeah. Anyone. Yeah, you take it from there.
Don't show us.
Don't show us.
Go ahead and act it out.
Act it out. I can go. We'll get up.
Yes, no, get up. Act it out. Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
All right, totally know what's going on.
All right, come on. Boobs? Breasts? Big
Modern Family?
No.
Marching.
Babies.
Time. Okay, moving on. Dang it. One more.
Sorry.
What was it?
Okay.
What? Okay, hold on. Go ahead. Ring.
No.
Diamond.
Marriage. Finger.
Marriage.
Married.
Yeah. Marriage.
Wow, good one.
Heart. Love.
Rose.
Boat.
Love boat.
Anthony Anderson has 1. Sofia has 2.
I No, wait.
Circle.
A circle.
Draw.
Board.
Charades.
The whole thing.
You.
Crown. King.
King of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Big belly.
Big belly.
Eat.
Belly eat.
Top Chef.
Hungry man.
Breast.
What is this? What is this?
What is happening?
Three something men.
Hunger Games.
Moving on.
She's
Full House. He said Full House.
I was full.
It's over.
I win.
No, keep going.
I win.
It's not over yet.
It's over.
It's over.
Excuse me.
It's over.
The other one you didn't get was Bosom Buddies.
Get it,
My
Bosom
congratulations to Sophia. She won the game.
Yes.
You get a trophy. Our thanks to Sofia Vergara. And don't go away because Anthony Anderson is sticking around. We'll be right back.
Next, Anthony Anderson on getting the Obamas to guest star on Blackish.
Okay, so maybe he's not a great charades player. You know, it's okay, but because he's a star. Well, I watched, okay? I watched. You
couldn't get bosom buddies?
I did not get Bosom
I have to
Buddies.
tell you, I thought you were talking about cupcakes. I don't know what it meant.
I would have
But
grabbed my behind if I was talking about cupcakes.
He is the star of one of the hottest and most wonderful shows on ABC television. It's called Blackish. He stuck around to tell us about it. Please welcome back the fabulous and wonderful Anthony Anderson. Hey, baby.
Thank you.
You took a very special day to the Emmys, I'm told.
I did. I took my son, Nathan. I took my 15-year-old son. That's my man right there.
And why did you take your son?
I took. He's a young actor himself, and we actually had him on the show all that week,
Right.
On Blackish. And I felt, what better way than to finish our week than to go to the Emmys, where I'm nominated in the category of Best Actor on a show that's about him and our family.
Did you make him audition?
I did. He auditioned to be Andre Jr., but did not get the role. Unfortunately, but then he went out and got his own television show, and then
That's okay then.
Yeah.
Hey, and what was funny, he went out and got a show called Richie Rich, and what was funny, he invited me down to the set, and I went down to the set, and he had the producers cast me as his father, and then looked at me and said, "That's how neplatism works, Dad," and then walked off. So we had him back on our show, and he plays he plays a cousin to the children.
Right.
Oh, that's lovely. And
Yeah.
so I've heard that women talk about their red carpet routines all the time, but I've heard that you have a couple beauty routines. Did you share those with your son?
Well, I guess we're gonna share them with him right now. What you got? Who doesn't have bags under their eyes?
That's what I said.
Who doesn't use that to keep the bags?
I mean, it's
Now,
so
did you
important.
get this
It's
from Tracy?
swelling down.
You trying to get on a Marvel show or something?
That was actually an audition pick for a Marvel movie. No, but the gel pack on my eyes keeps me looking young and youthful.
I see.
Yeah, and yes, I did get some of these tips from Tracy.
I know you did.
Yeah,
I felt
exactly.
it.
I mean,
I felt it in my bones. Okay, so I love the show for obvious reasons and just because it's a really
And were you on it?
I was on it.
You played my sister.
I do play your sister. It's a well-written show. I miss you
Thank
guys.
you.
But in the season premiere of Blackish, you guys are tackling. Hey, that's me. You guys are tackling a very serious issue, actually, about saying the N-word. And who's not? Because we have a clip.
Which
Let's talk
Whoopi
about it.
loves.
Hey, for the record, let's get a few things straight.
Dad, it's not.
Please. The N-word is not for everybody. You cannot say it. You definitely can't say it. Hell, you better not even think it. And you. I'm gonna need to meet your mom and daddy.
I mean, I say the word every now and then, especially in family settings and
Right.
in a joke manner. Do you say the word?
I do. But you know what we do on our show, we take pride in tackling divisive topics in a comedic and entertaining way.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
that's a pretty brilliant way to do it.
Yeah, that brings, you know, people who aren't on the same accord to the table to discuss and have conversations, and hopefully when they leave the table they have a better understanding of what that other person's thoughts and opinions are.
So just because I'm
Whoopi.
When you first decided, okay, we're going to tackle this, when you took it, when you brought it to the powers that be, and you said, we want to tackle the N-word, since it's a universally known word, young people use it in a different way than we do. It's in music, people have done this. Older people think it's not the greatest thing. How did they react?
They reacted well, and I have to take my hat off to Paul Lee and Ben Sherwood, you know, of the network in the studio. They said, you guys go off and do what you do. We'll fight this fight for you. And that's what they did. And, you know, we were going to tackle it last year, but, you know, because we were establishing the show and our tone and what we were about, it was low-hanging fruit for us. So that's why we're opening this season with it.
It's a smart, I mean, it's beyond smart, because little kids are running around singing all this music, and
of all races.
Of all races.
Of all races. It's kind of extraordinary.
Yeah, and I have to applaud Kenya Barris, who actually created our show. He actually wrote this particular episode, and it's brilliant.
Did you have to deal with this with your son?
No, not this conversation. Not this conversation. I've never heard my son say it, you know, or my daughter. So even though I drop it every 3 or 4 minutes in the house. I'm not proud of it. You know what's crazy? When I've gone to South Africa a few times now, that's the first word that comes out of their mouth when they greet me, and they mean it from such a loving place. But when they say it, it kind of hurt. And, you know, it just took me back to Richard Pryor in his stand-up comedy, Live on the Sunset Strip, when he said he went to Africa.
And there are...
Exactly.
That's right.
And so he said he will never say that word again. I try not to say it, but it's so ingrained in me because of our culture and hip-hop and our friends that it just pops out.
I think it's extraordinary, because young people have taken the stink off of it. For them, it doesn't have those connotations, and I love it because it's young. I feel young people are saying, you have to find another word to try to stop me.
I agree with
that. That word is not going to work anymore. So it's kind of wonderful. I applaud you for putting it out
and it
there.
means so many things by the inflection and the way that you say it. It can be a term of endearment. I mean, you get the hell away from me.
A or R. It's a whole other thing.
It's hard for me to comment here. I'm going to be honest.
Good job.
Yeah, you know, you can stay out of the conversation.
I just want to say, because there's no reason.
Your shoes are great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to do this one?
So, are we moving?
No,
I actually have a question about his family, because I don't know if your dad said it to you or not, but I heard that your dad did something very interesting to you when you went away from college and came back. It really sounds like something my family would do.
What was that?
He put a padlock on the fridge.
Yeah.
Can you explain this story,
Rest
please?
his soul. My father was trying to get me out of the house and teach me responsibility. And he owned clothing stores. He wanted me to work for him, but I knew if I went to work for him, he wouldn't pay me because I was still living in his house. So he put a padlock on the refrigerator, and everything in the kitchen was electric. So when he left, he also took the fuse out of the fuse box for the kitchen. He gave me access to the refrigerator, but he put a padlock on the freezer.
You know what?
I put a padlock on my fridge.
I have more information. We're going to say thank you to Anthony, because I love this idea. I must know more. Thank you. Season 2 of Blackish premieres tonight at 9:30. Please watch it, because I think it's kind of extraordinary. I think you'll dig it. Right here on ABC. We'll be right back. Earlier, you know, Yogi Berra passed away. We want to send our sympathy to his family. He was an extraordinary guy and a great man. And it's just, he was 90, so he had a great life. But his sayings are legendary. And you know, we're going to live stream tomorrow, so make sure you check us out and see what's going on. We also want to thank you and tell you to have a great day and take a little time to enjoy the view.